Hey everyone, and welcome back to News to the Astonished and to another amazing Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. My name is Ronnie. Today I want to go over a topic discussion that was suggested to me by one of my subscribers. This idea comes from Dark Attack, and his idea is, Ronnie, I have an idea for a video. How about Spider-Man villains that deserve a rematch in Marvel Spider-Man 2? Since we got to fight Rhino again in Miles Morales, for me I would like to see Vulture again but infected with a symbiote since he is suffering from cancer. That's a great idea, Dark Attack. Thank you so much for that idea and allowing me to expand upon that idea. But before we get into all of those details, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notification so you all don't miss videos like this. I post videos just about every day here on the channel. We're always talking about superhero related content like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, mostly Marvel Spider-Man 2, and other Spidey related content. So if that stuff is for you, definitely subscribe. It really helps the channel a lot. We're almost at 10K subs, but so close to 9K already. Follow me on social media. The links to that are in the description box below. And join my Discord. There'll be lots of people you definitely love to chat with on there, all about the Marvel stuff and Spidey related content as well. So we've already seen a rematch with Rhino in Marvel Spider-Man and Miles Morales, sort of. The first time we came across Rhino was with Miles Morales sneaking by Rhino, but in the opening sequence of Miles Morales, we started with the pursuit of Rhino with the aid of Peter Parker Spider-Man. So I'd put Rhino on top of this list since it would seem like he's going to be a recurring villain throughout the Insomniac Games' series of Spider-Man games. Rhino did have a larger role in Spider-Man Miles Morales, but if Rhino was possessed by the symbiote, it'd be really cool to see just about all of Spidey's rogues gallery get infected by the symbiote, bringing out the worst of these villains. But not only would we have to fight them, but save them as well, which would also allow us to form a temporary alliance with the villains to perhaps maybe stop Venom. I'm pretty sure if we were to go toe-to-toe with Rhino as the black suited Spider-Man, it'd be really easy to defeat Rhino, probably causing Rhino to flee. For Spider-Man, it'd be a payback for Rhino nearly killing Peter in Spider-Man Miles Morales. At number 4, we have the Shocker.
Get back here, Shocker! Shocker! You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth!
The Shocker didn't play such a significant role in the first Marvel Spider-Man game. He was really just a pawn in Martin Li's plot to introduce the Demon faction, so Martin hired Shocker to rob banks and was made to keep quiet or else he'd be killed. However, I definitely like to see the Shocker again in the sequel. Maybe the Shocker would want revenge since his life is no longer on the line and he can pretty much do whatever he wants at this point, but something tells me that it'll be the wrong time to trifle with Spider-Man, which would probably convince the Shocker to quit a life of crime or something along the lines of keeping away from Spider-Man for now. Either way, I'd like to see Shocker's character be explored a bit more. He's always been a small-time criminal, but even small-time criminals deserve the spotlight. At number 3, the Scorpion deserves a rematch. In the first Marvel Spider-Man game, we had a unique fight with the Sinister Six villains fighting 2 at a time. This time, I want a one-on-one fight. I want Spider-Man to show he's not messing around anymore, assuming he'll be wearing the black suit. I want him to inflict fear into his enemies, such as Scorpion, of course. Since the game is confirmed to be a massive scale, and I'm quoting Tony Todd here, I would imagine that we would be able to spend some more time with the villains, including Scorpion. Like I mentioned before with the Shocker and Rhino, I bet Spider-Man is going to inflict fear into Scorpion as well, assuming he'll be wearing the black suit at that point. At number 2,
too much to hope you'll be taking it easier now that you're, mortal?
Not a chance. Threat of death just ups the thrill. Hell of a left hook. Can't wait for the rematch.
I can.
I like you.
Lonnie Lincoln, aka Tombstone, is definitely in need of a rematch, so we can definitely expect to see him make a return in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Hopefully he'll end up playing a bigger role in the game this time around. I'm thinking he might end up working with Kraven at some point in the future. Tombstone is a minor antagonist in Marvel Spider-Man, and his role in the first game was just drug trafficking, and he was the biker gang leader who is shown working for Mr. Negative. A video I made right around in the middle of last year, I talked about what new villains we could probably be seeing in the next game. One of those villains included the Beetle, aka Janice Lincoln, the daughter of Tombstone, Lonnie Lincoln. Perhaps Tombstone can have a bigger role involving Janice, allowing for an eventual rematch with Tombstone. And finally, at number 1, we have Screwball.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now.
Just kidding. I mean, sure, if you want to have a rematch with her one-on-one because of how annoying she was in the first game, okay then, but still, Screwball is not my number one pick. I wouldn't do that to you guys. My number one pick goes to Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin. He didn't have such a large role in the first game, but his influence was felt throughout the game thanks to the Fisk construction sites and the men that are working for him despite Fisk still locked up behind bars. It would definitely be fun to take on Old Willie once more, but maybe not have a repeat of the construction site factions and whatnot. This is a rematch the Kingpin would definitely not want to miss. And those are my top 5 villain picks that deserves a rematch with Spider-Man. Who knows, maybe these rematches can happen, and if they do, I'm sure it'll be more brutal. Considering there's a possibility that Spider-Man will be sporting the black suit if and when he faces off with these villains, I think Insomniac Games is going to up the ante with Marvel Spider-Man 2. It's confirmed to be a darker story, so who knows what levels of brutality we can expect in the sequel. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notification so you all don't miss anything, and I will see you all in the next comic panel.
Will one of you finally give me what I desire? Yes, we will.
PlayStation